Guys think I'm joking when I say cheat, but I'm being dead serious. It's not an act. What do you guys think? I'm serious. Cheating is attractive every single time to every single woman. And then a lot of guys, they like to say, well, that's wrong. I'm not going to do that because that's wrong. You don't even know what right and wrong is. You don't even know what right and wrong is. What's right and wrong? You don't know. I'll tell you what right and wrong is. Somebody else's opinion. And you know whose opinion? Because that's the important part. Somebody who wants you to stay weak. Somebody who doesn't want you to win. Because guess what? Morality is decided by the people at the top. Society is created by the people at the top. The people in power get to decide the rules. So guess what? Monogamy, you staying loyal to one woman, all of these things are things that were decided by people at the top. And the people at the top stay at the top by keeping you at the bottom. So check this out. By morality standards, it is wrong for you to build a multi-million-dollar company. It is wrong because morality tells you it's wrong to steal. And guess what? You don't work for the government. You cannot print money. Okay? So when you start a business, what you're doing is you're stealing money. Somebody else is trying to make money with that same business in that same section of work. And instead, because you are better than them at what you are doing, you take their money. You take the client away from them. You are literally taking somebody else's money. Also, you're bankrupting all the smaller companies. Amazon is, by moral standards, unethical because Amazon bankrupted a bunch of small businesses. Okay, so who's to say what morality is? Well, I'll tell you, the people at the top decide what morality is. So when they tell you cheating is wrong, well, guess what? I think cheating is right. And the thing is, by my standards, it's not even cheating because I'm not telling you guys to lie or apologize or cover it up. I'm telling you, you are with multiple women as a man because it's in your nature. And if she catches you, which by the way, it's not even her catching you, it's just her finding out that, oh, this guy's with multiple women. You tell her the truth and you let her leave. You let her leave. But it's manipulation. You know what manipulation is? You giving her flowers, you calling her every night till 4 in the morning on FaceTime is manipulation to try and get her to like you. The difference is, what I'm teaching you actually works. That just makes you look like a low-value, unattractive moron. That's it. So people are going to sit here and they're going to say this over and over again. It's wrong. You know what I think is wrong? Every woman says she wants the same thing, and what she wants is children and a man to spend the rest of her life with. The worst thing you could ever do to a woman is become unattractive to her so that she feels like she needs to find somebody else. Because you see, a woman's value is in her innocence and her beauty. And her innocence is determined by how much she's been through. A woman's purity is there solely because she hasn't seen all the bad sides of the world. And guess what? You take her purity. The first time you guys sleep together, she's losing purity. The first time she has kids, she's losing purity. If you ever make her feel like you aren't good enough and that she needs to find somebody better, guess what? You are destroying her because the one thing she wants is a man to spend the rest of her life with. So one day, if you become unattractive, now you're making her, it's your fault. You are making her feel like she needs to go find another man. Guess what? That means that you need to do whatever it is that keeps the woman attracted because that will ensure that she is happy staying in a relationship with you. Satisfied is the better word because sometimes she's going to be unhappy in that relationship. Sometimes she's going to be happy. Guess what? For her to be happy in the relationship, she needs to sometimes be unhappy. The sunny days aren't sunny without the gloomy days. The negative exists for the positive. The positive cannot be positive without the negative. You need to keep her emotionally stimulated. That's what keeps her attracted. That's what keeps her valuing your time and your energy. So you do whatever it is to keep her attracted. Now, this is the thing. I say this and guys are like, well, what if I don't want to cheat? But you do want to cheat. And it's not even cheating. It's just you want to be with multiple women because that's in your nature. You see, guys are going to sit here and say, well, that is lust. No, you know what lust is? I'll tell you what lust is. Lust is you listening to society and being so afraid of a woman leaving you that you are going to go against your nature because you feel like if you don't stay loyal to her, she's going to leave you. You are so afraid of losing her. You have no other options. You are so desperate for what she gives you in the bedroom that you are going to go against your nature to hopefully stay with her. That's lust. What I'm doing, I'm not forcing women to stay with me. I can't force women to stay with me, right? I can't force them to be attracted. What I'm doing is the opposite of lust. I'm being who I am, and I'm letting them go if they don't like it. If they got a problem with it, they can leave. I can't hold them. So what's lust? You tell me again. Morality, all this stuff, it's all a lie. It doesn't exist. You know why? Because right and wrong can't be measured. It literally does not exist. You cannot measure right and wrong. Something right in the moment might be wrong in the future. Something wrong in the moment might be right in the future. The worst events in history have caused the creation of some of the greatest civilizations in history. And guess what? I'll give you a great example of doing something good in the moment that might result in something horrible later down the line. You fat ass, you eat that ice cream, guess what? You get fat. You did something good. You made yourself feel good, right? That's moral. Make yourself feel good. Make yourself happy. That's what society always tells you. You need to be happy. You need to enjoy life. Well, enjoy life and then see where that gets you. Eat that ice cream. See where that gets you. So right and wrong can't be measured because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. You don't know the weight of the outcome. You cannot measure it because time never ends. And it's going to keep rolling over itself. And eventually, you don't know what's going to happen. So you can't measure it. You can measure the distance between something you literally cannot measure right and wrong. Therefore, it has no value. Therefore, it doesn't exist. It is all somebody else's saying. That's all it is. That's all it is. It is nothing more than that. You guys need to understand that cheating is attractive. That is the core. Because you see, a woman measures your value based on how many options you have. She can't check your bank account. She can't check, how nice of a car you do. Sure, she can look at your car and she goes, oh, you drive a Ferrari. But she doesn't really know if that's your car or not. But you know what she can tell? If you are attractive, by seeing how many women are giving you energy. The more options you demonstrate you have, the more attractive you are going to be as a man. Simple as that. When you see a guy with 10 girls on his arm who are 10 out of 10, you never think, oh, he's broke. No, you instantly think, oh, he's got money or he's got something. Instantly, value is added. So this is the thing. When you increase your looks, money, and status, what goes up? Your value. And when your value goes up, guess what? You have more options in the dating pool, right? So that means the more valuable you are, the more options you have when it comes to dating. Meaning if you demonstrate more options when it comes to dating, the more valuable you must be. Your perceived value, because she can't see it, your perceived value is inflated. So if you cheat on her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100 times is better than once, as much as possible. Because guess what? You demonstrated options. A man who has no options, a man who's unattractive, a man who doesn't have any value cannot cheat. If you can cheat, you have value. Women don't leave cheaters for cheating. They leave cheaters for apologizing or trying to cover it up. Because guess what? If you had options and you were valuable, you would never try to lie and you never apologize because you wouldn't be afraid to lose her because you can easily replace her because you got options because you're valuable. So this is the thing. I'll go back to what I said earlier. Well, guys always say, well, now you're just doing it to keep the woman attracted. No, if you genuinely don't want to cheat, don't do it. Because you see, you cheating on purpose to keep her is the same as you not cheating on purpose to keep her, right? It's you acting out of hopes that she's going to stay. You're not sticking to your nature. That's not what I'm telling you guys. But here's the thing. If you truly tell yourself and you truly think that you don't want to be with multiple women, you're just going against your nature. You're just listening to society. You're just a byproduct and a slave. That's it. Because you are wired. Every man is wired to be with multiple women. Every man. And you know what the proof in this is? When the women give a reason, ask any woman, why does she like a man who's loyal? She's going to tell you this, because it shows self-control. Self-control? Self-control? Self-control is another law, another rule added to your life that is going to keep you from being free. You know what self-control is? That proves that loyalty is unnatural. Because if loyalty was natural, you wouldn't need to control it. You wouldn't need to have self-control. It's natural. You're naturally loyal. So it doesn't show self-control when you're loyal because you're already naturally baseline loyal. They say self-control because they know that it's not natural. And then if you ask a woman, is it natural for a man to be with multiple women? No. What the fuck? What? It is in your nature. So the only reason you're going against your nature is because society has told you that it's frowned upon. That's it. That is the only reason. You are afraid. You're operating off of fear. You are trapped. You are a slave to the system. You don't even know it. You don't have your freedom. You think you have your freedom. Democracy. All this crap. No, but you don't have freedom. They just make you feel like you have freedom because they tell you, oh yeah, you can vote for the next candidate. You don't get to choose or decide how you even think. You don't even get to decide what's right and wrong. You've been told your whole life what's right and wrong. And if you oppose the system, now all of a sudden everybody hates you. Everybody thinks you're a maniac. Everybody discards you. Question the system. Question it. Cheat on your girl. It is only going to do positive. It is never going to do negative. Cheat on her. The more you cheat, the more attractive you are.